Hello, everybody. It's our favorite Wednesday. And Wednesdays, we're doing Christmas now. And we're doing Please Come Home for Christmas. It's in book 215, but I think it depends on which edition. It's also in several other books, from what I understand. I thought the Eagles wrote this song. I thought this was a Don Henley original. It's not. He's just the one that made it famous. It was written in 1960 and released by American blues singer and pianist Charles Brown. So some guy named Charlie Brown wrote this and sang it. It appeared on the Christmas singles chart for 9 seasons, hitting number 1 in 1972. And it's been covered by a lot of different artists, including the Eagles in 78. Etta James, oh, I bet she'd do a great job with this. Cher, John Bon Jovi in 1992. Willie Nelson did this one in 2004. Martina McBride did a version in 2012, and Kelly Clarkson in 2014. So it's just a nice Christmas song. It's basically in 6/8 time. I know it says 4/4. But when you count the inside beat, what's the difference between 6/8 and 4/4? What's the difference? You guys know?
No.
4/4, 6/8 can be 4/4, but 4/4 can't always be 6/8. Okay? Let's go to your easy 4/4, and I'm not using easy 4/4. I'm just going to go to it and we're going to listen. Easy 4/4 sounds like this in the background. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay? If you go to a ballad like Wonderful World, it counts to 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But it also counts 6/8 with the inside beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's the difference. It's the inside beats.
Mm-hmm.
Just a regular 4/4 is going to be divided evenly. 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and more of a 6/8 is going to have all these triplets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And when you see all these triplets, that tells me that this would probably work very well on a 6/8 background. So that's why I chose the 50s love songs. On the smaller instruments, it's ballad full band or rock pianist. It's your 50s love songs. And it sounds like this. Okay.
That would work with Blue Velvet then as well. Wonderful
Yes, it would. Absolutely. Blue Velvet, Please Come Home for Christmas. Absolutely correct. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So you can use the same setup for Blue Velvet as you can for Please Come Home for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. This is the best background for it. And so I did print out a sheet, and I know I sent it out late. That's because we had a meeting this morning, and I forgot all about it after the meeting. Let's go over the roadmap, because I'm writing in some extra stuff. Those of you that have had me before on this song, nothing's changed. It's the same arrangement that I did several years ago. But let's do the roadmap. All page 1, when you get to the bottom of page 1, you have a first ending. The first ending continues at the top of page 2. There you have your 2 dots and a thin line and a thick line. Make that a color. Where's it going back to?
Again.
The beginning, but not the very beginning. It's the beginning where the dots are facing forwards. And now we're going to pick up verse 2. Oh, and this is such a sad, crying song. That's why it's kind of bluesy. Bells will be ringing the sad, sad news. You know what? It didn't start that way. The song started, bells will be ringing the glad, glad news. And Mr. Don Henley of the Eagles changed it to sad, sad news because he thought it went better. Well, now we're going to do verse 2. Choirs will be singing Silent Night, Christmas carols by candlelight. please come home for Christmas, please come home for Christmas, if not for, and there you can put a colorful 2. And then at the top of the second page, there's your second ending, and make that 2 the same color so you know that the second time you go to the second ending. If not for Christmas, by New Year's night. And then you come to the bridge, friends and relations, send salutations, sure as the stars shine above. For this is Christmas, yes, Christmas, my dear. It's the time of year to be with the one you love. So won't you tell me you'll never more roam? Christmas and New Year will find you home. There'll be no more sorrow, no grief or pain, and I'll be happy Christmas once again. Now, you can make that the end of the song. We're not. We're going to go back someplace else. So we need a different color. And I want you to write DS Al Coda. Oh, there is no DS Al Coda anywhere, so we're going to make our own. So DS Al Coda means we're going to go back to a silly sign, and the silly sign is going to be back on page 1, the same place as the dots going forward. Okay? So we're going back to the beginning. You can do the first verse over again. Now we're looking for the 2 coda. We don't have a 2 coda, so we have to write one in. When we get to first page, line 3, the end of the first measure. It's the end of the first measure. You are going to write 2 coda. 2 coda. Third line. It's the first measure says blues, my babies, and then it says light, please come home for. Well, you're going to write in the third verse. They'll be no. So at the end of that second, or that first little triplet in the first measure.
So on what page are we on?
You're on 1.
Oh,
Line 3, measure 1.
okay.
The end of that measure, you're gonna write real small your lyrics for the third time through. They'll be no, and then you're gonna jump to the coda, which is page 3, beginning of line 4. That's where your coda is. There'll be no sorrow. Make sense?
I'm sorry, where is that, Dawn?
On line 3, end of the first measure on page 1, you're going to put your 2 coda. And if you want, you can fill in the lyrics. They'll be no. And when you jump to the coda starts on line 3, page 3, line 4. There'll be no sorrow.
There'll be no.
Cliff, I'm sorry.
I'm not finding the word sorrow.
Sorrow. It's on line 4 of the third page.
Oh, third.
Because your coda is going to be those last 2 lines.
I've got it.
Okay?
Right there.
All right. Now I'm going to also, are we changing any chords? Yeah, I'm going to add 1 or 2. But let me play it first, and then I'll tell you where the presets go. Then I'll tell you what the new chords are. Then I'll tell you what the new notes are, because I'm adding several. And then we'll go through it again so you can see exactly where everything goes. All right. Your intro is going to be 4 notes. 4 notes on the lower keyboard. G, high G, D, E, B. So you're just going to write those notes in your margin up at the top of the page. Oop, who's coming in yet? G, D, E, B. That's your intro. Then you're going to do a note chord, and you're going to do that just on A1, but you're not going to have any background going. That's just going to open the song. You guys heard that on the radio. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Mr. Don Henley with the Eagles singing that one.
That's pretty.
1978, and it's on the radio quite frequently now. So it's just a nice blues song. I'm missing you for Christmas. Please come home.
Dawn,
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
are the setups the same as you did before?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I found them in my book at the back.
Yeah. Yep, exactly the same. Some of you have had this before. Some of you are new to this. So yeah, every couple of years, it's okay to repeat.
Okay,
Yep.
very good.
And sometimes I totally change things. This time I did not. I just left it alone. It was pretty good.
You
Yeah.
did. You did. When you put that in, there'll be no, and that is to the coda. And then you
Uh-huh.
do the coda.
There'll be no sorrow. Yep, and it goes
Correct.
right to the coda. Yep.
Correct.
The lyrics will
I
always
didn't
take
have
you
this
where you
one
need to go.
before, so it's good. Thank you.
Do
Yeah,
you have
thank
that,
you.
Connie?
Yep, this is a decent song, and everybody can play it. You just put it on 50s, put it on a nice guitar, saxophone, bluesy instruments. This is more of a bluesy song, and everybody's got this rhythm, so no worries. All right, let's go over some chords. Nope, let's go over where the presets are. A1 is the beginning. Yeah, these aren't going to be in order. Let's go to the third line on the first page. First page, third line, first, yeah, right before the two coda, you're going to say A5U, and that's where the rests are. A5U, because remember I went from a lower keyboard to an upper keyboard.
Yep.
All right, now let's keep going. The first ending at the top of the second page, end of the first measure, that's A2.
Mhm.
Now when you go back and when you're playing it the first time, you skip that A5U. Don't go there until you're done with A4. So you always play them in order. All right, second page, second line, first measure where the rests are. That's A3. Friends and relations. All right. Page 3. End of the first line where the rests are, that's A4. End of the last measure in line 1 where the rests are. Some of you may have it at the beginning of line 2, and that's fine too. That works there too.
Sorry, can you repeat that one, Don?
Yep. A4 is going to be page 3, line 1, where the rests are in the second measure. Right before So Won't You.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, now at the end of the song where it says DS, al coda, you're still going to be on A4, but you're going to go to the lower keyboard. So it's A4L. And you're going to go back to the beginning of the song, and then A4 on the lower has that sexy saxophone, and that's going to be the instrumental. And you're going to play that until you get to A5U. Now A5U should make sense. Because you're going to go to the next preset, go back to the upper keyboard. There'll be no sorrow. Upper keyboard.
Mhm.
And then when you get to the end of the song, second time, stop. First time is DS al coda. The second time, you're going to write 2x, stop. Okay, and then once you play stop, and I wrote it down in the lower part of the music here because you got a little bit of white space. Top keyboard. C, oops, a little loud here. C, 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 G. So you're just going to play those guitar chords on the top keyboard, C, 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 G, and you're on stop, so there's absolutely no rhythm going on. And if you want to know the notes in a C chord, it's E, G, C, or any order. And G is D, G, B. Because we're in the key of G, so you want to end on that G chord. Then if you want, you can play a G note down here. And if you want, you can replay those 4 notes that we did at the beginning of the song, and that just brings a little bit of cohesiveness. And done. Okay, questions so far? Okay, Mr. Kelly, go ahead. Mm-hmm. Correct. And that's where you're also going to A5U. There'll be no sorrow. It's kind of tricky there because you're going to A5, but then you're jumping to the coda right away. This is going to affect my bonus? Oh, the secretary's bonus. Oh, okay. Mr. Kelly has 2 secretaries here, and he pays them quite a bit of money. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right, you guys. Let's do some chords.
Gone question.
Yeah.
What were the last 4 notes after you played those chords on page 3?
The same ones that you played. The same ones that you played at the beginning of the song. G,
G, D, E, B.
E, B. Correct. Hey, Don, how you doing?
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Tell Michelle I said hello.
The BE3RHQ, are you on frequency? BE3 Lima Alpha Foxtrot?
Don,
Yeah.
when you do the DSL coda, you've done the G chord with the A and the G, and there's 2 rests there, and then go back.
The Victor Echo 3 Rack headquarters.
You go
are
back
on frequency?
to where the
BE3
dots are
Lima
at the beginning,
Alpha Foxtrot.
and you're just going to the lower keyboard, 4L.
Mm-hmm.
You're already on 4. You're just going from the upper keyboard to the lower keyboard because your saxophone's down there.
So you just start with ringing or singing, right?
Yes, but you
Okay.
can put in those first 3 notes if you want.
Okay.
I mean, you can always do a fill-in. You can add an extra measure. Anytime you go back to the beginning, you can always add a measure of fill-in, a measure of drum solo, especially just to get your bearings so that you know where you are. And then, yes, you can pick up those 3 notes if you want.
Okay.
Yep. All right, let's do some extra chords. Page 1. The G chord is good for 2 counts. Beat 3 over that second quarter rest. Put in a G major 7, F sharp and G. And then on line 2 you have a G7. Put a box around it to make sure you remember to play it. The C chord is good. Let's go to line 3. Cross out the A and replace it with C sharp diminished. C sharp and G, or you can do a C sharp diminished 7. C sharp E, G, B flat. All right, let's go to the top of the second page. First measure, third beat over that second quarter rest, D augmented. The rules for augmented is the letter plus 4 plus 4. So it's D, F sharp, A sharp. Or D, F sharp, B flat if you read it better that way. Does not matter. All right, now let's go to line 2. Line 2, the chords are fine, but friends and relations, you're going to want to write somewhere in there, left hand, LH, G. LH, G. Okay, now what are you doing? You're just going underneath and punching it in down here.
And you're hitting the C.
I'm hitting a G.
Oh, a G.
You're hitting the C chord, yes. You're hitting the C chord, but then you're going to have to cross your hand underneath and come up and play the G. So you want to write in the rests, left hand equals G.
Okay,
And that just means the note.
correct.
And then send salutations. You're going to go back and play the C minor chord down here. And then you're going to go up to another G in those rests. Left hand equals G. So you get your chimes in there.
Mm-hmm.
Line 4, second measure. For this is Christmas, then you have it's a second measure, you have a single quarter rest. In that quarter rest, you're going to reach up and touch a C. So left hand equals C. C note, correct. You're going to play the C chord as well. And then on the last line, beat 3, da 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 da, play that C again. Left hand equals C. So you're going to play the C minor chord, and then you're going to play the C note. Da 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 da. Actually, it's on beat 3 every time.
That's beat 2 on the rest.
I see that. It should actually be beat 3. I see that. It should actually be beat 3 in all the measures.
Mm-hmm.
You're correct, Gary. So on line 4, instead of over the rest, it should be over the D for yes. You'll feel it.
So then
It'll
you're
feel
not going to
right.
play the D?
Yeah, you're going to play the D with the right hand.
So you're playing the C and the D at the same time.
Correct. You're playing D up here and you're playing C down here. Yep.
Okay.
Same thing on the last line. You're going to play C up here. You're going to play a G down here. All you're doing is just playing the right hand exactly what's written. You're going to play your chords exactly what's written, and then you're just going to sneak up here and do a G in one spot, a G in one spot, a C in one spot, and a C in one spot.
Okay.
Hey, Dawn, I lost where you were. My pencil broke. I had to get another one, and I lost where
No! All
What?
right, let's go over those again. So second page, line 2, measure 2. Beat 3, you're going to write left hand, or LH, equals G. And that's not a chord, that's a note. So you're going to actually play the C note for G. On beat 3, you're going to just reach up underneath here and play a G note while you're playing the right hand, and you got to get your chord in down here as well. Okay, so friends and relations, G. Send salutations, G. Sure as the stars shine above. For this is Christmas, C. Yes, Christmas, dear, C. So you're going to play G twice and C twice. Yeah, those are just your gongs. Yep. Let's go to the third page. Page 3, line 3, measure 2. Chords. Cross out the A7 and replace it with C sharp diminished or C sharp diminished 7. And that's it on chords. And the only extra notes I already told you about, the end of the song, you're going to go to your upper keyboard and you're going to play full-fingered chords. C, 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 G. And your notes are E, G, C, and D, G, B. And you can play them in any order, does not matter. And then you're going to finish up with the same 4 notes that you started the song with.
Mm-hmm.
C sharp diminished are C sharp and G. And if you want the 7, it's C sharp, E, G, B flat. C sharp and G for a C sharp diminished. C sharp, E, G, B flat if you want the C sharp diminished 7. Okay, we're going to play it through one more time. Follow along to make sure you get your gongs in the right place. Make sure you're going in the same spot. You've got your road map all correct. All right, and then we will do fingering as well. And you need to think of a song for next week. Okay, here we go. We're going to start with the lower keyboard. Let's make sure I got this set up. First ending. Second ending. A3.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
Uh-huh. Third line, second measure, there'll be no. You're going to A5U, and you're only going to play those three notes on A5U, and then you're going to jump over to the coda, sorrow. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
That ends when you say stop.
Right.
You play the rest of the song. Second time, stop. First time is a DS, and then the second time you do it, the last two lines become the coda, and then you write second time stop, and you just reach up and touch the stop, and then you do your chords, C, 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 G, and then your notes from the beginning. Any questions? The road map is a little kinky, but you know what? You can get it. You can get it. All right, what would you like to do next week? I heard the bells on Christmas Day. When's the last time we did that? Let me check. There's actually two versions of that. And I know we've done that, but I think it's been several years. Yeah, we actually did that in this class. The same year, 1920 or 2022, 1920, yep, 2022, the same Wednesday, the same year that we did Please Come Home for Christmas. We did I Heard the Bells. You want to do it again? I got a bunch of sures from over here. Any objections?
No.
Mary, did you know?
Mary, did you know? Okay, now we have two choices. Mary, did you know, or I Heard the Bells?
I like Mary, did you know?
Mary, did
Mary,
you know?
did you know?
Yeah, I know we have, but I don't think we've done it in this class.
Oh,
And I think we haven't done it on Zoom for a long time. Yeah, we did it back in 2021 on a Friday class. So, you
On
know
a
what?
handout.
Let's do Mary, did you know?
Mary,
Okay.
did
All
you
right, we
know?
still have time to do I Heard the Bells. Don't worry.
Mary, did you know?
Yes, it'll be the 10th.
Dawn, would you send the music to that too? Because I know I don't have it.
Just shoot me an email and I'm more than happy to send it over.
Please.
Yep. Just shoot me an email so I don't forget. Christmas time, I know you're not always going to have the song, and that's okay. I
Yeah.
try to provide
I
all
think
that.
last-
I don't want you guys ordering extra Christmas books just for one class. So, yep, if you don't have it, let me know.
Yeah, last time you mailed it out.
Yep. 5028@fletchermusic.com. Just shoot me an email and I'll be more than happy. All right, you guys. Fingering.
Oh, oh, shit.
Yeah, you see, you thought I was going to forget today.
Oh,
So
just a
next,
sec, I gotta find it again.
Oh,
What was the name of the song?
please come home for Christmas.
Okay.
And next Wednesday is Mary, did you?
125.
Mary, did you know? Correct. Yep.
Okay, we're here.
All right. Very good. Here we go. B2, D4, E5, E5, D4, E5, D4, B3, B3, A2, G1, D5, B flat 3, B flat 3, A2, G1. Check mark, G3, A1, I'm sorry, it's an E, E1, A4. Third line, A4, G3, check mark. The triplets, G2, 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 B4, A3, G2, B4, A3, B4, A3, G2, E1, G2, A3, first ending B4, A3, G2, G2, A3, B4. Now we go to the second page. B4, A3, check mark. E3, E3, G5. Now when you go back to the beginning, you're going to have to change your fingering. You can't go 5, 5. So the E's going to have to be a 2, write it on top with parentheses, and the D's going to have to be a 2. So 3, 2, but put them in parentheses. So second time, your fingering's going to have to change a little bit at the very beginning of the song. Let's go to page 2, first line, second ending, so it's the second measure. B4, A3, G2, G2, A3, B4, A3, G2. Check mark. G1, A2, G1, D5, C4. G1, A2, G1, D5, C4. E5, D4, B2. E5, D4, D4, B2, D4. B3, A2, G1, G1, A2, G1, D5, C4, D5, D5, C4, D5, D5, G1, check mark, G2, E flat 1, G2, A3. Third page, B4, A3, G2, A3, B4, A3, G2, B4, B4, A3, G2, A3, B4, G5, E3, G5, second line D2, E3, D2, check mark, shift your hand, E5, D4, E5, D4, B3, A2, B3, A2, G1, E5, D4, E5, B flat 2, G1, A3, E1, A3, G2, E1, G2, A3, G2, B4, A3, G2, B4, A3, B4, A3, G2. Almost done. E1, G2, A3, and the last line, B4, A3, G2, high E5, B3, A2, G1, A2, B3, A2, and G1.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy the song. It's just a nice bluesy song.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you guys. We'll do Mary Did You Know next week.
Thank you.
Some
Like
of you-
one Christmas to the next, I really see an improvement.
Do you? See, that's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. Even if we play the same songs, and I try not to repeat from year to year, but like I said, this was 3 years ago. So
Yeah.
play it again
Well,
this year.
I started off with absolutely nothing, and it's all been through the pandemic here, and I've done good progress. Very happy with myself. Thank you.
Yay! That makes me very happy. Thank you, Fred.
Dawn, do you need me to send you an email about Monday?
Nope, I'll just put you on the list.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Okay, thank you guys.
Thank
I'll see
you.
some of you on Friday, and take care. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.